Welcome. Last week I told you I would report back with data from the real-life results of my 21-day Autophagy Breath challenge. So here I am. Brace yourselves. I'll start at the end. I now have the data, and I have to say that I have reduced my biological age, can you believe it, 2 years in just 21 days. Let that sink in. Imagine adding 2 years to your life, basically in a breath. Longevity and energy boost as free and easy as breathing. Seriously, let that sink in. Now, I wasn't starting from zero. I've already reduced my biological age 18 years. This gives me the context to know how incredible this is. Starting from zero, the results might be even more dramatic. Nobody knows yet, but I've been measuring and effectively been reversing my age now for more than 2 years. I can say this in plain language. I'm not a doctor, but I have the receipts to prove my claims. All my methods are described, documented, and demonstrated. You heard correctly. According to test results, I've rolled back the clock 18 years now. Am I on track to be #1 in the world in biohacking? Not sure yet, but that is my aim. But this isn't all about me. I'm making my data available to research centers. I have patents pending, and I reserve all rights, but my research and findings are for the benefit of all beings. I'm not a newbie or a normie. I'm a futurist and author of Genius, the book, unlocking the inner potential through biohacking, health and wealth strategies that empower you to live long and prosper. I've been a biohacker since before the word was invented. I've studied the most and with some of the best in the world, in my opinion, from orthomolecular scientists to kung fu masters, and I'm building a community and team of scientists around me. So my labs, they are back and they are crazy. They are my first posted results of my 21-day Autophagy Breath challenge. And stick around, I'm announcing challenge number 2, which is going to take things to the next level with insights from my book, a super simple exercise routine, and more protocols to supercharge your vitality. Let's start with my labs. No hype, just the data. I just wrapped up this 21-day journey and the transformations have been nothing short of epic. For those of you who followed along, you know we focused on a daily 7-minute breathing practice designed to trigger autophagy, the body's natural cellular cleanup process. It's like hitting the reset button on your cells, promoting repair, renewal, and that youthful energy we all crave. I recorded each day, sharing the practice live in a single shot, and now the lab results are in from LabCorp. Straight from the labs, again, no hype, just facts. Before the challenge, my biomarkers were solid from 18 months of following my Genius protocol, but after these 21 days, huge accelerated improvements across the board. Albumin bumped up from 4.6 to 4.7. Better protein handling for tissue repair. Creatinine dropped 11%, signaling improved kidney function. Glucose edged down from 93 to 22, keeping things steady without spikes. C-reactive protein dropped 214%. A massive reduction in overall inflammation, totally exceeding my expectations. Otherwise, small improvements across the board with lymphocyte percents, mean cell volume, red cell distribution width, from alkaline phosphatase dropping from 141 to 126, a nice sign of better liver and bone health, and white blood cell counts all improving in the 21 days. Fun fact, I used to pluck gray eyebrows But I stopped recently when I noticed that the roots were black. Won't read too much into this, but worth noting for the record. Clearly, all of this points towards optimized cellular health. Using the Levine method for phenotypic age and mortality scoring, my 10-year mortality risk dropped from 0.093 to 0.06. That's a significant dip in risk. The phenotypic age came down too. But really, the exciting part of this is the estimated DNA methylation age, my epigenetic biological clock. In less than these 30 days, I achieved a 2-year plus reduction in biological age. Think about that, rewinding the clock by over 2 years through breathwork combined with my existing protocol. And testosterone, it was already sky high at 1492 before, without any exogenous injections or pharmaceuticals. Now, post-challenge, it's over 1500, literally off the charts, boosting my strength, cognition, and that unbreakable drive. But that's not all. I shed about 2 pounds of body fat while maintaining muscle, feeling leaner, stronger, more agile, and energy levels through the roof. I'd wake up around 4 a.m. every day, buzzing with inspiration and ideas, too energized to stay in bed. Sleep was deep, restorative, like recharging a battery overnight, and mentally crystal clear, no fog, just pure focus. During this period, I even completed and posted chapter 13 of my book, Genius, Live Long and Prosper. That's the kind of productivity that flows when your body and mind are in sync. Of course, the journey wasn't without its ups and downs. On day 2, my spirits dipped a little bit. Even though everything was objectively fine, it reminded me that transformation isn't always linear. By day 17, I got a little bit too ambitious. I loaded my action list with 13 big items. Usually I have 1 or 2, including finishing the chapter, aiming for what felt like time dilation, stretching moments to accomplish more with calm. But I overreached. I did less than planned and I felt off balance. It was my Icarus moment, flying too close to the sun, losing the center line. Remember, the myth teaches us to stay balanced, neither too high nor too low. Keep it all together. That humbling reset brought me back to grounded action, and the wins piled up from there. Speaking of wins, due to NDAs, I can't spill all the details yet, but trust me, there are many, spanning not only health, but other areas of my life. What I can share are the weird and wonderful synchronicities that popped up, like the universe winking at me. On day 4, after recording, I turned around to find a falcon perched on my fence, staring right at me, eye to eye, before taking off. On day 9, I caught on camera at exactly 2 minutes, 22 seconds in, hummingbirds buzzing overhead and these ethereal light effects glowing around my hands. The whole challenge aligned with cosmic events too, the mystery of the 3-eye atlas passing the sun, All Saints Day with its ancient vibes and spirits feeling closer, maybe explaining some strange background noises, super moons lighting up the night, and solar flares energizing the atmosphere. It felt like the stars were conspiring to amplify this practice. It turned into something almost magical. Now let's zoom out for context. Back in August 2023, after years of that alpha-style hard driving grind, surrounded by mind viruses and parasites, I'll leave it at that. My markers were rough. Linear combination score, a mortality score, phenotypic age. My phenotypic age was 77.53. My estimated DNA methylation age was 74.93, so between 75, 77 years old. And estimated dynamic mortality score was 0.36. That was a wake-up call. For the last 18 months now, I've stuck exclusively to my Genius protocol, No prescription drugs, no medical interventions, just natural biohacking methods. My B12 levels are sky high, like a growing baby. And get this, I seem to be growing slightly taller, which defies conventional wisdom, but aligns with enhanced bone density from those elevated testosterone levels. My strength is up, joint pain down, cognition sharper. It's like rebuilding a new body from the inside out. I think all of this requires serious study, but I'm not going to chase the research labs. They know how to find me. I welcome all inquiries. Just leave a question in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, any contributions go 100% back into my work for lab tests, materials, and equipment. And here's the crazy thing about testing. Tests are only as good as their makers. Point of view matters too. An idiot can't make a test IQ, for example. Tests have come a long way, but still have miles to go. For example, chronological age is weighted far too heavily in these models, badly skewing the results. Not in my favor. Testosterone isn't even factored in, and mine's elite, fueling everything from muscle endurance to mental clarity. Also, my extraordinary low A1C levels are important, and from a non-medical futurist point of view, my sleep, cognition, exercise, cholesterol, CRP measures, and other markers are all often misunderstood. Imagine if all this were reconciled, the scores would be even more impressive. Still, the results as they are validate the power of holistic, genius approaches. Intermittent fasting, low-carb diets, and consciousness to amplify effects, and now this remarkable autophagy breath. All this has me fired up to keep going. That's why I'm announcing challenge number 2, another 21-day autophagy breath challenge starting tomorrow or thereabouts. We'll build on the foundation with the same 7-minute daily practice, starting with a minute of heart-opening breaths to ignite that inner fire, then 6 rounds of 5-5-10 autophagy cycles, inhaling for 5, holding for 5, exhaling for 10, finishing with a 30-second hold on the last exhale and feeling that cellular magic unfold. But this time I'm adding pro tips from Genius, the book. Each day before or after the breath, I'll share an insight nugget to unleash your creative genius, whether it's optimizing neurotransmitters for peak performance, mastering fats that heal versus those that harm, building self-sovereignty with consciousness, even the odd treat. And to make it even more holistic, I'm introducing my extremely simple core exercise routine, the 5 Rites of Rejuvenation. These ancient Tibetan movements are like a fountain of youth in motion, spinning, leg raises, camel pose, tabletop and downward dog variations, just a 10 to 15 minutes a day or less to boost flexibility, balance, and energy flow. Combined with the breath, they'll amplify autophagy, hormone balance, and that youthful vigor. We'll weave in other protocols from the book too, like secret kung fu techniques for sustained energy, medicinal mushrooms like ashwagandha, reishi, and lion's mane to tweak neurotransmitters and consciousness. And my learnings from study and practice with pioneers like Dr. Michael Colgan, Udo Erasmus, and Master Mantak Chia on energy, natural compounds, hormonal health, and quality fats. Think heavy cream and butter in your cappuccino for that brain-boosting edge without the pharma pitfalls. Whether you're aiming for reduced mental fog, better endurance in daily tasks, or that sense of stability and confidence from denser bones and stronger muscles, this challenge is your gateway. And remember, one awakened person can change the world. Starting with your breath builds a new you, radiating energy outward to inspire others. If autophagy is trending, jump in now. Start with day 1 or any day. Repeat as needed. Notice the shifts, more synchronicities, profound changes, that calm mindset where time feels expansive. If you've been following my journey from banking innovations and neobank to biohacking breakthroughs, join me. Grab Genius the book for the full blueprint. It's packed with research-backed steps, including the Enneagram for unlocking motivation and the neurochemical symphony of happiness hormones. Let's channel this energy, these solar storms, into personal growth. One small favor, click on the link in the description to support this work. And for a limited time, you'll get $30 in worth of Bitcoin. And so will we. This is free. Awesome. So it's so easy. Just click on the link in the description. With us, you get what you give plus. So who's in for your challenge number 2? Drop a comment below. I'm in. Share your experiences, questions, or wins. Like if this inspired you, or share with a friend ready to awaken their genius, and subscribe for daily updates. We'll kick off tomorrow. See you there, breathing your way to longevity and prosperity. In the words of Swami Ricky Bobby, shake and bake, baby. Let's make magic happen. Live long and prosper.